Hello from Denali National Park. So this is one of those days, we get one of those days, right? One of those days where maybe things haven't gone as we planned. It actually started last night. There were multiple signs that said overnight parking only in the parking lot, and they had RV spots. So we parked in one of the RV spots thinking, okay, we'll park here overnight. We'll go to the Tech Campground today. And we'd also talked to an employee inside the park and said, hey, is that what that means? Can we park up there? They said, yeah, go ahead and park up there. So we parked up there. Turns out the rangers came by at 8:30 and said, I know that's what the sign says, but that's not what it means. They said, you have to leave the park, because there's nowhere to stay. Everything's booked up. So we left the park, had to go 5-10 miles down the road, found a turnout, got some sleep.
So we woke up early this morning to try to get a spot in Teklanika Campground. We had a reservation, but like we talked about with Riley Creek, it's first come, first serve on the site. So we wanted to get there early, make sure we got a good site. So we drove about 20 minutes to get to registration. We registered, we filled with water, we dumped our tanks, we drove about 30 more minutes to get to the checkpoint. So we got there and we were told by the ranger that we were too long.
It never crossed our minds that we would pull up, you know, to halfway point and get to Teklanika, and then they would say, nope, you're too long, you got to go back. You know, we had our bus tickets bought, we had our reservations made, almost $200 invested in this.
Hundreds of dollars.
And then they're like, no, you can't do it. And so there may be some small print somewhere that said the entire combined total length of your vehicle can't be over 40 feet, but I didn't see it.
But you just put in the length of your trailer, and we even made...
Well, I didn't put in. I talked to somebody in person on the phone. He asked what I had. I said 30-foot travel trailer, an AIRSTREAM or whatever, and then he never asked me any questions. Said, okay. But my other thing too is, well, I was like, well, why do you have the rules? Because you've got 40 feet or less. Couldn't we just park our van in the overflow parking somewhere? She says, yeah, but the turns are too tight. So apparently you can take a 40-foot motorhome in there if you want to, but you can't take a 30-foot travel trailer that's going to hinge at 30 feet because the vehicle is towing it would make the combined length too long. So that doesn't, to me, that doesn't make sense either, because they say it's the roads that are the tricky part, is why they have those limitations. We maneuver better than the buses that are on those roads like crazy. Anyway, it is what it is, right, babe?
Yeah, it's just disappointing, you know, because we were excited. The Tech Campground is a really good opportunity to park into the park and get the Tech Pass, which the Tech Pass is a bus pass that you just pay once and you can use multiple times, as opposed to having to buy a bus ticket every day.
We're looking forward to it, yeah.
We were
like you really feel like you're in Denali, I think more.
Got all prepared and we had everything bought, so it's just, and now here we are.
The weekend's coming up, we don't know where we're going or what we're doing.
So, yeah, it's just disappointing.
Figured out. Where are we going tonight, Hensley? Do you know where we're gonna park? You do?
We've got our home with us, so we'll be okay.
We'll be fine.
I want to park right there.
Oh yeah?
Well, we'll let you talk to them. Making, see, it wouldn't be turning lemons into lemonade. It would be
campgrounds into trails?
Yeah.
Something like that. So in Denali National Park, you've got 3 campgrounds for RVs. You've got Riley, which let's say this is the entrance, closest to the entrance. You've got Savage, which is about 15 miles in, and then you've got Tech, which is, which is about 30 miles in. So we were hoping to get here because you save time on the bus ride. Because if you don't have this and you start from Raleigh, if you want to go check out, let's say this is the Ilsen Visitor Center we wanted to get to with awesome views, you can get on the bus later in the day and make it out here. Hensley, you just stepped on the visitor center. So that's what's cool about this park. You get deeper in the park, you get more of a park experience, and you're closer, if you want to take the bus, to the visitor center, Wonder Lake, any of that kind of stuff. So we're not sure what our next step is. We are disappointed about Tech. Do need to finish the Junior Ranger book with Hensley, so I'm going to work on that with her, and we're hopefully going to get her first Junior Ranger badge. And then, man, I guess we're just gonna head back toward the visitor center and see what we can sort out. So we finished getting Hensley's badge at the visitor center with the ranger, super nice. And now we've arrived back over at registration. We're hoping to at least maybe get our money back or figure out what's going on, because we're just confused. Because once we got back to this area, we had internet. We double checked, and turns out we should have gotten in. Like, we're less than 40 feet. And you can also be over 40 feet total, but the vehicle towing the vehicle has to be less than 40 feet. So the full length doesn't matter. It's just that you have to be less than 40 and less than 40 if you have two vehicles, which is what we have. So we're gonna go in here to registration, see if they know what's going on, and then, I don't know, we'll just figure out our next step from there. So it turns out we were right. We could have got in. The ranger at the gate made a mistake. I mean, people are human, mistakes can be made, but that one really stunk. We were really looking forward to Tech. They said they could get us into Tech. We could drive an hour back out there and then come back. We're kind of burned. I don't know.
It was a lot of ups and downs. We were just excited to get in, and we were really happy and excited, and I think we just kind of, I don't know, took it down, and I think we're just ready to kind of maybe go check something else out. This is an awesome park. It's beautiful here. But we've got to see a lot of the park, and we've got to do some really cool stuff here.
I still highly recommend Tech if you can get in there. I just 40 feet or less, which is a lot of people.
We would have had maybe the website pulled.
We didn't have internet.
Yeah, we didn't have internet to kind of prove our situation, so all we could say was okay, and we turned around with our heads between our legs, because I mean, what do you do when they say you can't go through? You can't go through. So
they would either let us into Tech, or they said we could have a full refund. We opted to move on. We're just gonna take the refund. Super nice here. Everybody's been nice. It's not that, you know, even when they turn us away, they've turned us away nicely. We're not exactly sure where we're going. We know we're going south. What is that, Hensley? That's not is that a hamster in a car? That's crazy. Ooh, now that was a beautiful drive. So this is a North Denali viewpoint, and somewhere over there is Denali. I'm gonna admit, I do not know exactly where it is, but it's covered with clouds wherever it is. So this is just a giant parking lot pretty much. You got a day use area. There is a little place you can pump some water over there. I don't know if it's potable or not. We're good on water anyways. So it's 15 bucks a night here. We are in the state park. The Denali State Park is really nothing more than like a stretch along the highway. You got this, you've got some other state park campgrounds in the middle, and then you've got like a South Denali viewpoint as well. It's 15 bucks. Goal was to get angled a little bit so that we could do this. Look at this view, Hensley. Yeah. Isn't that cool? You're just ready to run around, huh? I think it's a pretty decent view. A little bit. Check around a little bit, how bad? It's held up pretty well. The roads, know what it's gonna look like in here when you get done with the drive. Well, we put some, I put some rubber pads on this. This was like sliding really bad, these two here. So rubber pads, that still moves a little bit. Got this fixed, it's done well. Everything's doing pretty well. The road, so far, Fairbanks to here has been, I'm gonna say better than average, not bad. Nothing like the road before Chicken. That was Taylor Highway. Whew. What are you doing? You on my feet? You've been eating something, Hensley. What have you been eating?
Nothing.
Yeah, I bet. Hey, are you a junior ranger now? Let me see your badge. Wow, that's cool. Denali Reserve Junior Ranger. I mean, today's experience, not great, but we love our national parks. We really do, and nowhere's perfect, nobody's perfect. I think you just got expectations sometimes on how a day's gonna go, and I just don't think it was where we didn't expect that to be the problem. Breakdown, yes, it happens. Get lost, definitely happens. Maybe we couldn't find the site we wanted. It happens, but to have a ranger that didn't know the length, that was kind of rare. That was a curveball, huh?
Part of the journey. Do you know how many times I've had to tell myself that today? Stuff is gonna happen, you know, and sometimes the day doesn't go like we thought it would, and we end up in a different place. Yeah. But sometimes, you know, you still get cool views like this.
This is awesome.
It's about the journey and getting there and time together as a family. And if you don't have that mindset, then you just kind of drive yourself crazy because, I mean, that's life. Things are going to happen. It's not going to go according to plan, but...
And we're definitely grateful. We don't want to come across as not being grateful for the journey we're on and where we go. But at the same time, we're like, okay, we need to film. And honestly, we don't want to film sometimes when things go wrong. We're like, we need to film this because people need to know. Sometimes people make mistakes, or we make mistakes. Things don't go like you think they will, and you just gotta move on. So we thought we'd be the
best of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, we thought we'd be in Tech tonight, and thought we'd be maybe taking some bus rides to the visitor center and some hikes, but it's okay. I mean, there's lots of other really cool things to do, and we did get to experience Denali in some awesome ways. So Hensley is starving. Are you starving?
Did you get into the apples?
You're getting tall, girl. You reached those apples now, huh? Quit. What are you doing? It's been an exciting day. Marissa's over here whipping up some breakfast for dinner. Love it. Do you love breakfast for dinner? Oh, hey! Well, we're going to eat some breakfast for dinner. We will catch you guys later.
On a meal till I set off the fire alarm.
That means it's good and cooked, right, Hensley?